My friends, I'm sitting here in my chair. Okay. Now, this is a book I started about 7 years ago. And whatever chapter we are in is however somebody is going to watch my videos one day and look at them and send me back a message and say, hey, man, I want to do a biography or whatever on whatever you're doing, on whatever you've been talking about. I want to put it all together so people can make sense of it. Because you seem to be not mixed up, but malorganized, not in the right organization. Well, I'm not in the right organization. What organization should I be in? Should I be in somebody's organization that's telling me what to do all the time, where to go, how to think, how to act, what to do? This world is a free ball, my friends, and in this video I'm going to prove to you what God actually wanted in life. There are so many things that I do. I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. I see what's going to happen. I see what's going to happen. I see the primary, I see the middle, and I see the end. I even see the finality of what happens at the true end because of the reality of what I know about the true beginning. I'm not actually there at the true beginning because that would be part of the creation of why they actually put us here. Is not the true beginning. What is the true beginning? What was God's thought to create this and put us here in the first place? Well, what the hell? He was creating, making life all over the place. What's the difference? This is just another kind, and we have the element in our mind to know that we're alive. Not sure if animals know they're alive. They know they're alive and kicking. But are they really alive? Let me tell you something. You are not alive until you sit in your room and go, oh my God, I'm going to die one day. I'll be dead. Won't be alive. Now you know you're alive at that point. Now you ask yourself the question, how did we get here? Why are we here? Well, it's pretty simple. Your father took your mother into the bedroom, on the couch, in the kitchen den, behind the woods, in the backyard, in the snow on the snowmobile, in the ski suits, in the backyards, over across the border, in the border bathroom, on the first exit, on the I-87. You and your mother took the one sperm and the two eggs and you went to bed and they made one you. Imagine they took a one egg, a one sperm, and two eggs, which is actually three. But at the end, they come up with only one you. Wait a second, a U is 21. They came up with one U. The 1 and the 2 came up with U. The U is the 21st letter. 1 and 2 came up with U. You don't think the alphabet came out of a computer? God created a game? And it was well designed because the game is inside our minds. We believe, we think, we know what we're actually thinking. But the way we think only has a certain distance that it can go, unless you lift the pineal gland or you're evil. It's always easier for the evil to travel than the good, because they don't care who they bump off or push out of the way. Now I'm a little lost to what I was actually saying. I'll write the 21, in which they call blackjack, game of 21, in which in blackjack the ace, okay, if you want to pick up on the last part of the story and tell me what I missed, just tell me. In blackjack, okay, the combination of ace to king and ace 11 equals to 102. Okay, there's an up, but at the same time, all 10 values, I mean all jack, queen, kings, instead of being 11, 12, 13th card, they all go down to being the 10 number. I run a combination of both, okay, because all combinations work. If you pick the 1, 2, 3 horse to win and you have it in a box, okay, then you win. Why in a box? Because we're all squareheads. We're all squareheads. That's all we get to do. We work all the way up to 6, and that's why man is 6. Right here, like the angle. Which angle is it on? You can put it on this angle, or you can put it on this angle. I like this angle better, because everything sort of shows the deepest and longest parts are at the heart or the equator. Between below the equator and the other side below and above the equator. Creating the X within this dice and showing you where man sits, his body based on the equator. We sit 30 degrees above the equator, our bodies inside of us compared to the equator. And the reason we sit this is because when you create the two up worlds, beta and then man's up world, inside the beta world, right, in which man, I think, is actually more like this on the dice, okay, or he could be straight in this world because we walk straight, but the world's actually like this. I lost myself. So anyways, whatever it is, we are at maximum 6. But you know what the whole fun thing about that is? 6 is the only dice where if you turn it around and turn it this way, you don't see the mark. So it automatically tells you this is a 7 dice. So 6 and 7 are actually 1 because they both show. That's why they say spirit of 76, because the 6 and the 1 makes the spirit of the 6 is the 7, is the spirit of the 6, spirit of 76. Then what you do when you go, you say 1776. Why? Because it's the 1 spirit of the 1 7, of the 1 7 of the 6th spirit. Why? Because a spirit is like a ghost. It's a holy ghost. You don't see the dots here, but you see them here. So this whole thing, turning it around, tells you 1776, right around. Poof. Now, I'm not sure what I was on to before. Let me lift this up. Let me look down. Anyways, I'm not quite sure what I was into before, but the same thing I showed you with this dice, I'm going to show you something else. I ripped out the page. Okay, I'm not sure where I'm going next, except for this. Number 3, excuse me, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to number 1. Okay, then I'm going to get into this next. Number 1 has a 34 letter count. It's on the back, okay, of the American $1 bill. Is that not true? It has a 34 letter count. It's one of the primary numbers in creation because 3 is on one side, 4 is on the other side, meaning 7. It is on the $1 bill, 17. The same thing as 1776, the 17. At the same time, I'm trying to think in between everything, okay? This covers 4 corners, okay? The reasons the opposites come together, I'll show you, because this dice has no use, okay? It's a pattern, okay? It's an explanation. Beta world in the 2 corners and the spirit 1 is in front, okay? What happens is when you turn the opposite side to it, they all turn into number 5s. Number 5 picks up the 4 corners in the center. It means it can go down, it can go up, it can go this way, it can go this way. It's the cross of Christ, okay? The 6 has 4 dots in each corner. The 6 and 4, if they were put together, you would lose the 4. And 6 and 4 together equal 6, okay? 2 and 5 together equal 5 because the 2 is lost in the 5. Okay, none of the dice go higher than 7 because the 1 is not lost in the 6. It creates with the 6. So now we're going to get back to the 1. So since the 1 is 34, which means creation of delta, and on one side you see the 3, the 3, and delta's on the other side. It's the 4 angles to connect to man. These are the 4 corners because man is this 4 of the spirit world, okay, and this 2 of the beta world. Holding it on this angle, okay, it can squeeze into the number 4, this 2. So 2 and 4. And what does 2, 4 mean? Well, 2 times 4 is 8 to heaven. 2 plus 4 is 6 man and his world. So anyways, I explained to you 1776. Now I'm going to show you something else, okay. 34, value of 1. Plus 1, because of the value of the dollar, equals 35. 3 and 5 says it's the heaven. This is 7, meaning the 7th gate of the 8th heaven. And how do you put them together in one word? 7th gate. G-E-I-G-H-T, the 7th gate. So the 7th gate, or God and 8, are actually in one word. Okay, they've put things together just so one day we can find them. The number for 7, okay, is 65. Okay, that's the number count for 7, 7th gate. The number for 8 is 49. Okay, when I put 49 on 65, I get a total of 114. which is actually the one spirit, and the 14 stands for the passage, and that's in 2 more years from now, 2014. Excuse me. The next one I wanted to go to is the 2, and I think I did the 2, and the total was 58. Now listen to this, what's really funny about the 2. It represents, okay, the beta world. It has nothing to do with the spirit, okay, unless you're talking about spirit, beta. But this one is only beta. So we have a total count of the letter count of 58. 5 times 8 is 40. That's the game. 5 plus 8 is 13, is 53, okay? Now you look back to 1, the only way for the passage, 35. 35, 53, it's 2 numbers. Don't forget, you got to put it in a box. Didn't they call the English the squarehead by the French? Well, you got to go by what they said. No, you got to put things in life into a reality in a game that actually exists in a fantasy world. Okay. Then we have, okay, so after that we get 13, we get 53. Okay, so that one's over. The other one we get, I'm trying to remember how this works. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay. Number 4, or number 3, excuse me, number 3. Letter count 56. Number 7, letter count 56. 7 and 3 equals 10. That's a 10-10 world. They have the same count reversed. 65 and 56 equal what? 121. 121 is May 1st. It's the Illuminati's whatever celebration day. And it is the passage month, the month of the May flowers. This year, the passage month, okay, is not May. It's April 30th. April is the month of the first angel, or the second angel. That's Lucifer. Lucifer ends in the month of March this year, because the 4th month is a singletary month, meaning that there's no other combination of numbers, value months like December. 1 plus 2 is December 12 equals 3. Nothing goes higher than 3. October is 10, which is actually 1x. So this year it falls 1 day early, and I think the March of Ants will start to prepare. By June, whoever the big bad wolf is must prepare. According to the numbers here, June 1st, okay, which is the 52nd day of the year. I got to go back in my notes and see where I'm at. July 4th, the 186th day of the year. MrTacpans, 7286. You think I don't think I have something in common? Okay, now, where is it? June 1st, 152nd day of the year, 6th month of man, okay? Plus the 1 day is 7. Spirit of man is actually June 1st. 152, 52 weeks in a year. 5 and 2 is the passage. Man is actually the 5. Take a look at the Sanskrits of the Mayan. There's the 5 dice all over that thing. Wherever you look, there's the 5 dice. There's many things they forgot to tell us about it that I have learned myself. Anyways, the other thing I want to show you about numbers is this. This is what the roulette board would look like if it was cut down into 4 quarters, 999. 58, which equals to 2, is in the 1 box. 2 and 1 have the same support. 74, which is the energy of Christ, is in the middle position. Man works 7 and 4. I might be wrong, okay, but Christ is 7 and 4, and we are the energy of Christ. Over here is the 90 birth. These are all the numbers. The totals here come out to ABCD 666. BCD 666. All 4 of them 888. Added together 1554. But wait a second. This is only on one side. We have to do it on 2 sides. So we end up over here, I think, with 1332 or something. But the other side of the boat, we end up with 888 twice. 1776. Okay. Did I ever show you what the R looks like? This is the R. 70. The R is the 18th letter, right? It says 7D. When you design it, total 88. So we know something about the R, and what I want to show you is now the M. The reason for life, for all life on this planet, is because the first letter is A and the last letter is M, totaling the first 13 letters of the alphabet. So if you go from A to M, which means from angel to love, then you have everything. Now, why do I say M is love? Because in French, the letter M is love. Not only that, okay, the letter M itself breaks down in Roman numerals, okay, to a 1V and a V1, 4 and 6. In between is the passage they both use. Love is the aim of the game. And why is it the aim of the game? Okay, because aim, or M, is to love. The aim is to love. Aim of the game of Roman numerals 5 and 1, or no, Roman numerals 1 and 5. I mean 1 and 5. 4 and 6 is 10. In the 10-10 world, thank you very much. The other thing I've showed you in all these, 6 and 1 is 7. But every other dice, when you show the 2, okay, the 5 makes a 7, but they don't show up. The 2 is hidden in the corners. They don't show up. 4 sides create 5. 4 by 5, 20. 2 sides, this side and its opposition, create 7. 7 and 7, 14. 20, 14. Okay? The only simple explanation, okay, without using the Spirit of God, because man has the Spirit within, we're going to talk direct how it's used. The Spirit connects them both. What does the Spirit connect? The Spirit connects the 4 and the 6, making it the 6, 7, making it the 4, 5. 4, 5 means the foxhole, the passage in connecting with the 6 of man, in which reverses to the foxhole 5. So man would be 6, 5, and the number 7 has a letter count of 6, 5, and the number 3 has a letter count of 5, 6. 3, 7, 3, 7, 6. Creation in the spirit of man. Now, now the other one makes a 5. We go to this side, 5, 7, 7, 5. Why do I show you this dice? Because this 2 dice and this 3 dice, all right, number 23, okay, the 2 and the 3 dice, okay, together make a 5, because the dot goes here and the dot goes here, and you count all of these 5. All these, from the 3 dice to the 2 dice, all of these are counted, okay? There's many ways to look at this, okay? There's more than one game. There are some games that don't go to the end of explanation. It has to be changed and go with primary rule. There's many ways to get to the same start of the explanation of the 2 dice. So now what we have, again, is we have 5, 7, 7, 5, which is the year 2014. And 2 seconds ago I told you that there are 4 sides with 5 and 2 sides with 7, making it 2014. Now the reason for 4 and 6 is because it's the month. It's the M-O. It's the Mo. Mo means it's the word. Okay? Every time you learn Lunzi, Marzi, Mo. Mo means the word of man. We're not dissecting how can I say it? We're not dissecting the creation properly. Right? We start all our kids off at the ABCs, so why can't we go to ABC and dot to dot and try and figure out how we got there to start with? Right? We're teaching our children that. Where did it come from? Don't forget the implantation of whatever the federal and provincial levels, or whatever you want to talk about, have implicated into us. Why are they telling us what we need? Why? I mean, I'm jumping off the subject now. I mean, there's a lot of things over here, but why... Zion, 2, whoop, Zion, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2012. This is just because I wrote something else. Yeah, who controls this? What is this bullshit? My friends, we must wake up. We must wake up. I've never seen it before. I really didn't understand it. I knew the government was supposed to do the things for us, but who decides for its right? 20 people in the parliament, 100 people in the parliament for 25 million people? Who tells them that it's right? Who tells them that it's right? Who tells them that it's right? This is unbelievable. This is insane. Ron Paul woke me up. You know what? Have you ever watched my videos? I know absolutely nothing. If you notice how much I've changed, it's because I take upon me what I see the other people see. And I can't stand it. I put it to the words of my mouth. It's insane. The government is not there to run political games and war over the people. We're supposed to share. We're supposed to share. So what? We don't sell. You see, this is the thing. If we didn't sell or buy too much overseas, whatever we create, even if somebody stole our ideas, it wouldn't matter. They're not allowed to sell here. We can't sell there. The two economies work. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it should revert to of some sort, because we got to put a collar on this thing, okay? Because if you're a very rich person and you import for $1 billion and you make 100 million, I can't do that. I have no way, no chance to do that in hell. So high and big money should be shared. If you're good enough to work in big money, okay, do you know what should happen? Then you should run big money for the public of all the people if they want to get involved somehow. Raphael 7286. Just want to show you something. Queen is 62. On is 29. On, no. Why is it 29? On means the beta world, means on this planet. It's the 29th day, the 14th and 15th letter. Together they make 91 spirit. In the suit of cards, in one suit from ace to king, it equals 91. Let me go back to Valentine's Day in the Fox, the 45th day. The 45th day, Valentine's Day, okay, is what they call the Fox. Reverse it, it says 54, and it means love. It's where the information 4 goes to the 5 and gives information, and then he picks up from the 5 information and he goes back to his own thinking at the 4 position. 4, 5, 5, 4, love. Together it's 99. It's the highest number you can get in single digits that come together. 9 and 9 equals 18 is the letter R for the angel resident. 8 and 1 is 9, and you cannot get higher than those two symbols there, and that's what love is all about. The first 2 digits, alphabet. Okay? Now, the other part is man connects to 5, and 6 and 5 equal the number to the 7th gate. Okay. The last thing I was going to tell you is, because I left something out, I don't remember what it was. Oh yes, is 4 has a letter count of 60. But it's 4. So you put the 2 together and you get 64. 64 is the last number you can get before you reach the foxhole, which is communication with M. Why M? Because the foxhole is 5. Don't you see the V in the middle? The one line where the 6 is, the one line where the 4 is, and that's how we get the Roman numeral. That's how we get love. And that's what the last part about before we come to earth is anybody at all. This is who we are. So we have to recreate who this is. We have to love. We have to go through the foxhole. The other thing I want to tell you is that number 56, which is the wolf, is the part of number 2. It's got the wolf is, if you flip the M upside down or right side up, you can create the ears of a wolf, and it creates the 45-degree angle to the right and to the left of the 12 o'clock on your clock. 45-degree angle, 4 and 5, like I said before, 4 and 5 reverses 99, agent 99 of what? Of number 186. July 4th is Maxwell Smartin, angel 89. The last thing I want to tell you is this. I forgot to tell you what this is, okay? 52, or 5 and 2, is bringing this to a 10-10 result, meaning how do we meet the middle connection between 2 numbers to pass? And it comes out to 52. 52 is the letter count for the word 6. 2, 6, 6, 2. 6, 2 is the queen. 2, 6 is the beta world of the 6 connections of man, which gives you 52 weeks a year. Plus, you know what's so great about this? Is that it includes the sick weeks. You get 2 weeks vacation. I call them the sick weeks if you want, because it's all the same thing. 6, 6. It's all the same thing. They made it to be that way. The last part that I'm going to show you is this. In roulette, there are 36 numbers. There's 15 single numbers. There's 6 double numbers, which are numbers on 16, 19, 17, 20, and 18 and 21, which connect the 2 sides of the board. Then there's a 15 remaining numbers. 1 and 5, 6, 6, 6. 1 and 5, 6. Not only that, this is the egg of the spirit. This is the egg of creation. The 15th letter is the O letter. So when everybody thinks 0 is nothing, actually 0 is the 4th 6. Okay, and there's many other things 0 has values to, because like I said, it's like opening up Mr. Potato Head or taking it out of his rear end. Those are all the body parts of the minds and the way we think in this beta system of a digital world inside the diskette of life or something like that. So this is what we get. So the first 15 numbers, and the reason we reach 15 is because in the alphabet, I just told you A to M is 13. N is a passage to N. N is the last part of the ace spirit. That's the 14th card. It comes after the king. They call it Big Slick. Okay, and after Big Slick, okay, which is the ace and the father, which is the spirit, and obviously the spirit, you see down here there's 2 legs. It connects to the beta world, 4 and 6. You have to flip this upside down. You have to flip this in 4 directions because everything is in quarters and halves and in wholes. Okay, everything is multiplied all the time and divided up until you get your last full explanation without decimals or anything, but decimals are okay in certain situations. So anyways, ace to ace as the highest card is 14. The next step is creating man from the beginning spirit to the end spirit to creating the egg of man. 6 is to creating the numbers 1, 6, which is the letter P, and the number 19. 16 and 19 are letters P and S. PS, before I forget. 17 and 20, okay, which is the QT. Keep it under the QT. And then the last 2 that connect the first 18 to the last 18 on number 18 is Resh, the letter R, angel resident, okay, of 2 and 1, alpha beta. But 2 and 1 reversed on the dice, 2 would become the 5 and 1 would become the 6. We'd now have 11, and that is spirit, angel, and man. That is you and me. I still take for Ron Paul, and I know there is truth out there. I know deep into my heart, and I cry and I wither and I'm in pain every single day because I don't know what to do to be able to transfer the knowledge that I have, and so you can see it for yourself, what comes in and how I see things. I'm all alone still in this, but yet I know I'm not alone at all. Don't feel sorry for me. This is the greatest thing in the world. But what does hurt in all of this is when I know it's there and I can't get to it, and I keep getting knocked down and knocked down. But it's sort of like, it's a little depressing. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, that's good and that's bad at the same time. What's bad is good because now that I know it's depressing, I'm going to give a little bit more energy. I'm going to say it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll take one step at a time. I'm a little child. How old am I? Am I 5 yet? Am I as old as a 5-year-old? I still won't take the test because I'm not ready. Raphael, 7286. Be well and be strong. Ron Paul is the man. They will corrupt the polls, my friends. We need people to watch the polls. We need people to watch the polls. We need people to watch the polls, my friends. This coming election in America, we need people to watch, protect those polls, because there will be people who will cheat and lie. This is the last straw, my friends. This is the end of 5775. This is the end of the era of the last 2012 years of Christ, which ends in 2014 in October, because 4 man and 6 angel, right, come from the 4 delta angle, the 4. 44-6. Why is it 44-6? I'm going to show you why it's 44-6. The Illuminati number 322. Why? Because what happens is angel 4 and man 6 play the game as 10. Okay? But the game actually, okay, communication all comes from the 4 corners. 4 corners of the 6 and 4 corners of the 4 end up showing you an answer like this at the end. 406. But if you simplify it, okay, it comes out to 322. When this means, okay, control of life. The letter C, the letter V. You got a CV? Well, that means control of life. This one means the space of the 6 man. The space captured by 4 of the 6 create. You bring it down here. Why do you bring it down here? Because there's no spirit in here. There's no 1. This, either in a card or on dice, okay, if this on a card, you know, I'm going to show it to you. This is a 3 card. This is a 2 card. If I put this card over this card, these 2 cards get lost. 4, man, 6, angel, eaten up by the 3 creator. We are the creation eaten by the creator, which is whoever is going to bring SOPA in, puts the bunny rabbit ears around this, and then we're gone. Now you got left, right, and center. Everything else is gone. Now, I'm not sure if you understand that. I don't know. One other thing, the groups or the armies that are taking care of the FEMA camps, look at the paws. You ever see these paws? This is their new emblem, the paws. Okay? This is 6 and 6. Okay? This is the 6 dice with the 1 dice in between them. Taking care of this side and this side. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how you would want to describe it or explain it, but that's what it takes place. And this is just, if you take a look, it's the letter H or it's the letter I. Why is the letter I? Because if this was designed properly, this whole thing, these little bubbits here, because they see the dot, all these points, you would say these are all diamonds in the rough. Okay, and the world we connect to, the angels, on a piece of paper, when you look up, these are, you see the points? Well, these would be the diamonds in the sky. Lucy in the sky forever. And we're the diamonds on the ground. Until death do us part, to be Lucy in the sky. Lucy in the sky. My friend 7286, this is, thank you.